pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, roll call, please. Patty?
Debbie? Here. Dave?
Here.
Carolyn?
Here.
Gary?
Here.
Joe?
Here.
Visitors? None here. Comments from the audience? Okay, we'll just move right on to approval of minutes. Town board meeting of August 8th and August 19th.
You want to take them separately? Take separately.
Separately, I think.
I'll
and
move
then-
to approve the August 8th minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the town board meeting of August 8th, 2016. Is there any discussion or corrections? If not, we'll take a vote.
Debbie? Aye. Dave?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye?
Gary?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, you want to go on with the next one?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 19th.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the minutes of the August 19th, 2016 town meeting. Is there any discussion? Take a vote.
Debbie? Aye. Dave?
Aye.
Carolyn?
I'm going to abstain.
Gary?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Since I wasn't here. Okay. All right, we'll move right into reports. Plan Commission, there, John is not here. We do plan to have the public hearing on CIP on 26th, September 26th, so.
Oh, that's the same night as the presidential election debates.
Oh, good, I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy to be here.
Oh darn.
Can we get a TV in here?
Yeah, right, okay.
Is that a political brawl? At 7, right?
Yeah. Okay. Fire Department, Rodney is not here, we've got Assistant Chief Adam Knapp.
All right. Calls to date, we have 4 EMS calls, 1 false fire alarm, and 1 motor vehicle accident. Currently have 2 interests for new hires. We have 6 firefighters in classes ranging from firefighter 1 to fire officer 1. We had another successful fall fest, no financial numbers at this time. I'd like to thank everybody for helping out, did help out. Training for the month would be pump training on the tankers. Lori's working on an operational plan for the service upgrade, and the EMS group has 2 individuals that are currently in EMT class. That's all I have.
Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, I do. We used to get the report emailed to us. Could you put a bug in their ear and let them know that I would like the report emailed? Sure. Before the meeting again? Because I'm not getting it, I don't know if anybody else is.
Yeah, I didn't, I was just gonna ask if anybody get one because I didn't, I
No,
checked.
we haven't gotten them.
I think there was a
Couple months.
snafu at least this month. They just let me know earlier today and said there's a copy in the office.
Here you are, go read it.
Actually, they used to give us hard copies when we got here.
Yeah, but I don't even have
They
that.
also had an email.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
I emailed a copy after 5 o'clock tonight because when I got in today and checked the email, there was a message from Lori. She had sent it to Dave and Carol, but she didn't have everybody else's email, so I sent it to all of you.
Okay.
But it wasn't until after
So-
5, so you probably.
So we
didn't
just
get
need
it.
to get all of the emails to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know they used to have it, because we used to get it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. all
I know
right.
this afternoon, I checked later and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Patty, send them an email with all of our emails on it.
I copied them on ours, so I'll double check
Yeah.
it.
Okay, good. Okay, library, Ruth.
big news is that they're open, the new building is open. The ribbon cutting was at 9 o'clock on September 6th, and it was very well attended. It was crowded. And once the ribbon was cut, it really got crowded. It's really nice. Yeah.
So are they gonna have a big grand opening?
Yes.
Or what?
November 13th.
Okay.
And it is the same Sunday that everything happens here, where various organizations come in and have whatever, talk about their organizations. And there will be entertainment. I'm not sure what she's lining up. And that starts at 12 o'clock and goes until 4, I believe. So there'll be tours. All the reading programs ended really the beginning of August, and when I checked today, there's nothing listed on the internet. So they probably just don't have it posted yet, because it's been a busy week.
A little bit busy.
Most of them don't have their offices in order yet, so,
Okay.
but it's well worth going
Going
and seeing
there.
in that building. It's really nice.
Good, thank you. Okay, we'll go to our reports. Dave attended, because I was out of town, he attended the garbage meeting for me.
They accepted the contract with Advanced Disposal till 2020. The old business that happened there was Lincoln and Rock were responsible for tire recycling last year at Pankratz Trucking. The tires cost $150 a ton to get rid of. I think in the report it tells you what how much that total bill was. Dale Marth was there. He's the manager of Advanced Disposal. That's who we talk to, and we deal with contracts. Talked about billing by the numbers. New residents need to call the township, and whenever there's a new house built, they're supposed to get a hold of the clerk, and I'm sure there'll be correspondence through zoning for that. The count numbers are updated in January, so somebody that, if there's a new resident that comes in, they aren't charged for, if they moved in August or whatever, they aren't charged for this past year up till December. That's, billing starts in January. And clerks are asked to contact Advanced Disposal and ask for Dale Marth with their new numbers in January. The tire recycling for 2017 is scheduled for the last Saturday of April. Town of McMillan and Town of Marshfield are responsible for the collection. They're going to do it a little bit differently this year. They have a receipt that they're going to have, that people have asked for to make sure that whatever numbers they got, and the qualifications, they'll take so many tires free and so many for the large tractor tires that the farmers have. They're charged for them, and they're going to be billed out individually for those. And then they get a copy of the receipt. You still need your red card to drop your stuff off, so there'll be a little tighter control of that. 2 people have got to be responsible, one from McMillan, one from Town of Marshfield, for counting money. So we're looking for volunteers from McMillan. We'll need about, if you can stay the whole day, it's 8 to 4, isn't it? I think is what it is. So we're going to need about at least 3 or 4 people, if not 5, from both townships in order to get that part of it done. The budget was changed from $106,500 to $107,000. That's what it costed for the group of townships, Northwest Recycling, to run. That's their budget. Part of that is funded by grant money that comes from the state of Wisconsin. That has declined in the last couple of years. because of budget constraints at the state level. They had election of officers. Again, Walter Schrader from town of Richfield is the president or chair. The vice chair is Al Bry from the town of Marshfield. The clerk treasurer was Julie Bry from the town of Marshfield, but she's being replaced by Deb Ostrike. The next meeting is December 14th, 2016 at 7:30, and that'll be at Cameron Town Hall. That's all I have for garbage.
Okay,
Brian,
thank
got a
you.
question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, where is this gonna be held?
Tire recycling, Pancrat's Trucking again, same place, last Saturday of April in 2017,
You said, contracts are signed till 2020?
2020.
What, how much are they going up?
I didn't get a look at the contract.
It's usually about 50 cents per
Yeah.
household.
Okay.
That's what it has been the last few
And
years.
they also have a fuel clause escalator in there, in case the price of fuel goes over a certain amount.
Yeah.
How about a de-escalator?
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about a de-escalator?
yeah, that they never
We
have.
always
yeah.
ask that, and it never happens in the contract.
They don't know what that word means.
I mean, prices are down there, yeah, so they can't even throw that one
I
out.
know.
Right,
I
exactly.
understand that.
Pumpers are the same.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Okay, there's nothing new on ordinances. In the newsletter was very nice. Thank you for all of your work, Gary. That worked well. It was very nice. I do have something to report on. Obviously, I think you probably have all heard about the bad accident that occurred down on Highway 97. I was able to make contact with the state man, or what is, he's the safety officer, I guess, for the state highways. And spoke to him about, as long as they were just standing around waiting for the sheriff people to do their report, I was able to speak to him about speed limits and reducing them. So he has given me some information of who to contact, and so we are going to try and pursue that. So,
You're talking about St. Joe's?
yes.
Okay.
So I did speak to Tom Hardinger. He said what we have to do is have an engineer come out, check out the road and what have you. And so I had asked if Tom Hardinger would fit the ticket, and he said, oh yes, he would. But when I asked Tom about it, he said, no, I prefer not to do that. Because he does all of our engineering stuff around within the community. And so, anyway, I will be getting names, huh?
What about Man Road?
Man Road, Tom said, and the guy said, you'll be very lucky if you can get that reduced, simply because there would have to be someone stationed there day and night because of the traffic amount. And he said, and then they get very upset about having to make so many tickets. So he said, so we'll have to be careful about how we approach that one. So with white gloves. So, but we will do it. So anyway, that's. Plus, then John Bajowski told me that I really need to go over our village powers. And it might be that we might be able to, with village powers, you can do more than you can if you don't have them. So there might be something in there. So he downloaded them for me. There's just 20 pages that I have to go through and see if I can find something, which I will do.
You got that on your computer? He emailed that to you?
No, he gave me a hard copy.
Oh, okay.
He downloaded it. I
Okay.
thought it was better for him to use his ink than mine, so. So,
I wonder if he could email that, because I'd like to read that. I'll have to give him a call.
well, I can either do that or make you a copy of what
If
he
you would,
gives you.
please.
Yeah. Okay, Dave, for highway?
Pat's been clipping grass, grading gravel roads. You saw that we did Galvin Avenue. Originally, that estimate per mile was 63,000, so that would have been 126 total. It was bid out from American Asphalt. They wedged it, put the tack coat on, put the top coat on, and that was in our report tonight for $110,445. That goes from Elm to 97. We still have to shoulder that.
And strike it,
Pardon me?
and strike it.
Probably, yeah. So that's gotta come out of our budget yet this fall. And the rest of the report is on the Man Road bids, and that's in the new business portion of our meeting, and, what else, there's one more thing. Oh, acceptance of Williams Drive, Williams subdivision, Coach Lake and Sunset. And we were over and inspected that, and that met the approval that was at the different phases when that was put in. That was checked. All the slips for the material was done. The qualifying documents for the final review were done. The contractors that were there, which was Radetzky, Merriwood, and Berth. And they rebuilt the Coach Lake part of it. That's the one that went upside down this spring. And that's been shouldered, and that meets our specifications for a new road, so that's on the agenda for acceptance. Any questions?
Do we know when we're gonna be getting Galvin shouldered?
As soon as we can get somebody to get it done, it needs to be done. He talked to me about the culvert, and it looks like it's on or it feels like when you drive it north, it's on the east side, there's a little dip, and when you go south, it's okay.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. I approached him about that, he said, well, there's not much I can do at this point in time, so that was the answer I got.
Well, when it breaks up, then is he gonna do something then?
A whole lot's gonna depend on going through
depends.
the winter,
Mhm.
I think, and what happens with it.
Well,
If it does, something happens, well, then we have to remember to say, okay, you said it was okay, this, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
well, that's what I was wondering, that bad spot there by Seavers, if that's in the sub base and nothing got done there, isn't the problem just gonna come back?
Well, we did that one in 11, we replaced that culvert before Farm Protect Days. And before that was kind of this way, wasn't it? For a while. And then it's
I don't run that. I usually don't run that road.
Closer to Lanes, right, that one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one we did then.
yeah.
But you're right, the one coming north, there's a little bit of a,
Yeah,
Yeah.
just all of a sudden you get a little dip there.
yeah.
Very minor, and it's Friday, it was a week after they left, it was there. It was there right after they left, so.
Well, maybe they saw the one in Rosalvo when they did that road and thought we'd have one of them too. Because that one was there right after they did that road, and I went through there
That's really bad.
the other day, and that's still
really
there.
bad. And that's bad at a slow speed, so. Any other questions?
Okay, Deb?
Okay, I got a phone call tonight from Michelle Habas, and there's been 8 robberies in our area. They're breaking into cars out in the yards. As a matter of fact, right down the road from us on Birch, the house second from the end, they're doing remodeling. Their vehicle has been broken into 4 different times because they've had to park outside. Winterberry has had a break-in, Davis Lane has had 2, and Felton has had 1. So let your neighbors know to keep their vehicles locked up if they're outside. Keep your eyes open. And then also, we had an incident, Ronnie was mowing lawn today, and there was a stake, wasn't it, over in the yard that went through his door. From the tent, or one of the tents or blow-up things that were out there or something, so we're gonna have to get that taken care of. Is it just the blades that were wrecked?
I don't know. Adam was right there when it happened there. He grabbed the stake. Oh my gosh.
I have it in the office across the street, but
Okay.
they clipped the top of it, it was still, whoever took the tent down Sunday, left it in the ground.
So it was from Shaneki tent things?
No, it's from
No, not
our,
that one, it's
our
one
tent.
of
Oh,
the red and white one.
okay.
So, that's it.
Oops.
Oops.
10 stakes out, 10 stakes back in.
Is
That's
it just
it?
the blades, Ronnie?
Huh?
Is it just the blades that got damaged, or?
I didn't take it off yet, but I'm sure the blades are shot.
Yeah, but other than that,
I hope there's nothing else.
okay.
And they're only $89 a set.
Thank you. Thank
And
God.
hopefully that's all it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you run it after that? You don't have like a vibration or something got bent or can't tell?
I can't tell, no, because I won't
We'll
say
find out
until
when
I
it takes
get
it off.
look at it.
Okay, aren't you insured for that?
That ain't my stake.
Yeah,
No, it's your contract job.
yeah, but that wouldn't have been his fault, breaking something of ours. Okay?
But it's still, if you carry insurance.
Yeah, you would have insurance, but the chances is deductible is higher than that, would be my guess. And like I said, that was not his fault by no means.
No, nobody said it was, but you know, it's,
Insurance, if it'll
Occupational
cover it,
hazard.
it'll cover it. If not, you'll probably, if it were me, my insurance, the deductible's so high. I'd pay for it anyway. Okay, Joe?
Okay, but nothing on the IOH permits, the town hall maintenance, me and Denny still haven't gotten together. Get that done soon. Marathon County addressing, I didn't get any response yet from my questions at that meeting we talked about before. And I haven't had a chance to contact them back, but I intend to do that in the near future to get an answer on it. People are reading our newsletter, you know that, because they've gotten some calls about Marathon County addressing. And,
Are they colorful? Colorful questions? I just thought.
Yeah.
ask questions, wanting to know what's going on.
Okay.
And, a couple of them. After I explain it, the only thing I had to do is I look at my map and tell the guy if his was part of the road name change or not. But, and I assume, the question I had on that, the streets we're gonna be doing tonight, I assume that any streets that are getting assigned names now, the county is okaying them as, that there aren't any like that in the county already, right? And those streets should be
I
done.
would hope.
Because the county has to approve those names, right? In that subdivision.
So in other words, your question is Coach Light or
I'm assuming
Sunset or?
that Sunset and Coach Light will be,
Weren't them named already and
Right,
accepted in the CSM or whatever?
yeah.
yeah,
Then they-
but that was accepted just in the last, what, 2 years?
Well, it's been longer than that.
Longer than that?
Yeah.
So hopefully they won't have to be changed. is
What
what
was
you're
the
saying.
date on that, they said? At one of those meetings, they said, they told us that, 6 years?
Oh,
It was right around 2010, I think, that they started watching what they were allowing for names so that they aren't gonna be duplicates. So I don't know if that'll make it or not, because those are kind of common names, Coach Lake,
right.
Sunset, that, in fact, I know there are some Sunset roads in Marathon County.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I don't know if
So
that's.
then it's the fight, right?
That'll just be part of the address change if it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna get changed anyway, then whatever M number they got is gonna get changed, so. Really, and that's what I'm stressing with these people that kind of get excited about it, is I guarantee you that your address is gonna change. For sure, you're gonna have a number change. If the little road change, I don't know that, but you're gonna have an address change, and really doesn't make a lot of difference if you have to change the number and the road, or if you just have to change the number.
It's changing.
The expenses and all the rigmarole you gotta go through are all gonna be the same, one way or another.
County is allowing $20 per address for the,
The county
Sign.
is going to be paying the towns out of some county funds they have.
which is our money anyway.
And they're gonna be paying, it's gonna come out to approximately $20 an address that will be paid out.
And that would probably just cover the,
Well, it'll cover whatever the town wants it to cover.
yeah.
If there's other costs involved with it, the town's gonna get a certain amount of money, and they can use that any way they want
But we're
to sort addressing.
But we're still gonna have to budget for
Well, there's
name change signs for on the corners, right?
on the corners.
Well, like.
The
Calvin's,
green signs for the.
Oh, yeah,
roads.
there's road names,
Yeah.
road names.
And then we've got the numbers
Yeah.
thing, so,
And like I said, we could use this money that's coming just for street names
Correct.
on our corners, like I
Yeah.
said. And then, we'd have to find the other money for the signs. It's just a bunch of money that we are gonna get that we can use any way we want to.
We should be good on the posts, because those signs haven't been there that long. It's just a matter of changing out that.
Now, I did receive a little survey I have to get back in, and I don't know if I should be taking this up with the fire department, but it has to do with the signs and the address, the posts, and the location that we use. It's just to try to, it's trying to see where people are putting them and how they are, how they look, and they kind of, I think they're trying to base the new ones on what other, I think they're gonna come out with a directive, and it might be different than ours is now, but it's gonna be something that'll be uniform too throughout the county.
Ours are usually placed on the right side of the driveways.
Is that part of a protocol that we have that says that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that way,
Because I've seen some, I've been watching, and since I saw this, I've been watching, I see some on the right, some on the left.
yeah, they should be.
And are they do we specify a height?
I think we did, didn't we, at one point in time?
I think we did too, when they put those new ones out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
also Rodney's been going to
The same,
meetings
it's-
for the fire department
Right.
people only, so,
Plus for the EMS people,
Yes,
emergency
yes.
services,
yeah.
they got the two different groups. Now, there hasn't been one of them since,
I don't know, I've only heard of him going to one, heck,
no,
this
he
is
went
the
to
one,
two,
you
he
know?
went to two. Same time, the same two that I went to, he went to, one in
Yeah.
May and one in June.
Yeah,
And that was the last one that there was, other than presentation at the town association
Yeah.
meeting. But they said they were gonna be bringing us together again for more this fall. And I think this is, part of that, getting that set up. But who would know that? Is that, would the fire department be the ones that have something on that protocol, or is that in
oh, I think,
the clerk's office, or where do they go to find an answer for this?
I would guess it's in our ordinances,
I think that's where it is.
yeah.
Okay.
There, because it has, under the, street signs and all that kind of
Okay.
stuff is in there, in the ordinances.
Then I'll throw it for it.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Joe, is the date still set for 2017 or has it been moved?
Well, I haven't heard any more since the last time I reported. And what I've been saying is that they hope to complete everything and be ready for signing by the end of 2017, so that it'll get done in 2018. That's
what I heard too.
And that is the soonest it'll happen, because they won't get it done this year, and they aren't gonna start signing in July. and then have to, because it's probably gonna take them, they figure 6 months to get everything done. They don't want this being done in the winter time, they want to do it in the summer. So
So, I mean, we do have time to start thinking about when we do our budget for next year.
so start working some stuff into the budget,
Yep.
right?
Get
Things
somebody
that are
put away for
necessary.
it.
Yeah.
Get somebody put away for it.
We probably aren't gonna have any major expenses next year yet, but as soon as would be is 2018 that would start. But I wanted to budget something for it.
Right.
Thank you.
I had some people, ask me about it too, and I explained it to them. I guess after you explain it to them, tell them, well, there's not gonna be any numbers the same anywhere, and your road may change, but you can't help it. And, some of them, well, it is what it is, and, then they understand.
Okay, Gary, you have anything to report?
Nope, thanks for getting everyone's newsletters here, pretty close to the date.
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, yes, it did.
Okay, clerk. We have your report and the checks.
Beginning balance was $357,516.72. Total receipts, $162,641.06. Disbursements were $47,673.85.
85?
83.
All right, you have 55 on here.
55 cents. I have fat fingers tonight, sorry.
Mhm.
Ending balance of all accounts, $472,484.23. The check register from August through September 12th, the total disbursements, $146,593.54. Includes checks 143.62 through 14411, including AFTs 96 through 98. The 3 voided checks, 14361, 14412, and 13. And then there's also 2 checks in your check register. So make note that check 14359 and 14360 in the checklist were approved on August 8th board meeting.
14359
First 2 checks.
and
First 2, well, they would have been for maps.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial statement and checks as presented.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's been a motion and second to approve the checks in the clerk's report as presented. Is there discussion?
Yeah, I got a question on 14,386.
We just don't know what
Yeah, what-
KVIS
KVIS.
Bridge inspections?
Bridges.
Okay,
And 14,402, the computers, is that for your new computer and stuff?
Vernox is updated software on the clerk and the treasurer computers, the laptop, and transferring all the files.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was, because I know they
Just
talked
this?
about,
No.
if they talked about your computer and Steve's, if that was for
Yeah,
both of them.
both of them.
Okay, thank you.
any other questions? If not, we'll take a vote, please.
Debbie? Aye. Dave?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, Steve, you're up.
Checking account balance end of the month per the bank was $158,356.12. Outstanding checks were $5,458.29. There were no outstanding deposits for a reconciled checking account balance of $152,897.83. The tax savings account had a balance of $229,465.77. The park fund savings account had $8,953.07. The firefighters fund savings account had $33,139.41. The CD, which is coming due soon, $20,120.17, and the Public Works, which has been renewed, so that date's not valid there, $27,907.98 for a ending cash balance in total of $472,484.23.
What did you say about the date being incorrect?
Well, it's showing the 30 date of 7/20, so I'm guessing that's
Oh,
not valid.
Then the fire department equipment CD, that one's due today,
Yes, ma'am.
so we need to renew that?
I think it's on auto.
Pardon?
It's on auto.
Oh, okay. So it'll go for what, 3 or 6 months?
I'm thinking it's 3 months.
Okay.
okay. We have a motion.
I'll move to accept the treasurer's report as presented.
Second?
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve the treasurer's report. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote.
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
Okay, unfinished business, none. Under new business, Steve, if you're gonna leave, I have some money for you.
Oh, I'm working.
Okay,
but I'm
okay,
listening.
all right, very good.
How come he only gets money?
So sorry.
Did you read your newsletter?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and the newsletter told you exactly who got the money.
Yeah, I know, I
And it
know.
wasn't us. Okay, under new business, first thing on the agenda is the discussion of bid for Man Street project, and we need to set a special meeting date. We have received the bids, but we are not gonna open the bids until Wednesday. There was a little discussion about the dates that went out on the ad. And so somewhere or other, we figured that we might be off a day or two. So to be safe, depending on how you read the way Patty, maybe you can explain it better than I can. It was just however you read and the interpretation of what the statutes say.
The statute says that the insertions have to be done 2 consecutive weeks, and the event that you're posting in the newspaper cannot take place within 1 week of the last insertion.
So we're a couple
So-
hours short.
We're 36 hours short.
So,
So Wednesday,
are we, so technically we're still accepting bids until
correct.
yes, until then.
until we open them, or until 36 hours, whatever?
Which would be 7 o'clock Wednesday, depending
So
on.
we are
how-
setting that date.
Yes,
Okay, we need a motion for that?
yes, please.
I'll make a motion to set the special meeting date to Wednesday, what's the date on that?
14.
14th at 7?
Yep.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to set the special meeting date to open bids on Wednesday. The date is what, 14th, at 7.
Now, are we gonna have that posted long enough?
Yes,
Okay.
Tomorrow.
what, 24 hours?
You have to post it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's already ready, I just needed a time, it'll go out tonight.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Any discussion?
Just that I won't be here.
Okay, well, that's,
I won't be, I guess I won't be at the Legion Wednesday night.
so sorry, Gary.
My-
You can go
my
afterwards.
happy hour night.
I know.
Oh, they're done by then.
Oh, well. Okay, shall we take a vote?
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Gary,
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
Okay. The next one is approve, disapprove the call for bid for Man Street paving to follow the tri-project construction. So, because the paving was not included in our grant, so.
I'll move to call for bid for the Man Street for the paving project to follow the Tribe project construction.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to call for bid for Man Street paving to follow the Tri-Project construction. Any discussion?
Does the bid we put out so far was just for
Just,
the
Prep work.
prep work?
yes.
Is that $94,000 or that's all the prep work?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. And,
Do we have a,
and we did
do we have
have,
an estimate on what this is gonna be for bid for paving?
no, that's what we're putting out for the bid, for the bids for it.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Because that's separate.
That's gonna be for however many,
The
Was it
760 feet.
feet or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, shall we vote?
Debbie? Aye. Dave?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, the next thing is approve, disapprove, turnout for transportation. And we are to identify 3 examples of specific infrastructure situations that we feel, well,
Okay, you lost me.
just a minute, let's see here, we can, let me see, I
There's
got
2
it.
copies in
I got it
your
here.
folder.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, in mine.
And, the Wisconsin Towns Association is having a meeting on the 29th of September. We don't know where it is yet, but that's the day it's gonna be. And they're asking for, in preparation for sharing your story. Let me read the thing. Thank you for taking leadership to make turnout for transportation a huge success. By now you've noted the importance of this event in the July, August, September magazines and an email from me. This correspondence serves to provide the detail necessary to prepare for the meeting. Any further information will be sent via email. In this unprecedented event, town, county, city, and village officials from all 72 counties in Wisconsin will gather to have their voices heard. Through simultaneous meetings, local government leaders will help our state government officials understand that failure to find a sustainable solution to infrastructure funding is not good for public safety, not good for the economy, and will result in taxpayers spending more money in the long run on debt or completely broken infrastructure. The meeting will begin at 7 o'clock on Thursday, September 29th. Locations are almost solidified. This came out on the 26th of August. And will be posted in the near future. It will be posted at a website. Please note, this website might still be under development. If you visit it within the next week or so.
Just like the date.
I have included a meeting notice template that you can use to post the meeting. This is also being emailed in a Microsoft Word format. The meeting will be held by 3 individuals, one each from a town, city, village, city/village, and the county. Let me say that again. One town official, one city/village official, and the county official. We will be asking unit chairs to be the town leader. The 3-person team will provide a brief presentation or to play a DVD provided by WTA, WCA, and a League of Wisconsin Municipalities. That would be Wisconsin Towns Association and Wisconsin County Associations, I assume. Following the brief presentation, it's each local government's turn to share their stories. In preparation for sharing your story, we ask that you, number 1, identify 3 specific infrastructure situations that are plaguing you. This could be the inability to adequately maintain certain roads, inability to reconstruct infrastructure, no money to replace bridges or culverts, lack of funding for sign replacement, or perhaps you've been pushed to borrow and are asking your grandkids to pay for our roads today. If you have not held your September town board meeting, this is a great time to have this discussion. For each of the 3 situations, specifically identify how it is negatively impacting the town. For example, it could be having a negative impact on the economy, public safety, local businesses, or residents. Please be specific Please be specific when you identify your impact. And then they give 5 different examples. One has to do with roads filled with potholes, one is a storm sewer problem, one is a road that's linked to an area of lakes, and it's a problem with it. Oh, it was a blacktop road, now it's gone back to gravel all by itself because of the traffic. Town Line Road also has 2 large farms on it. The box culvert's rated 20 tons, and so they're having to go around. Town Line Road's very narrow. The car and farm implement approach, they must both go on shoulder. So we also ask that you provide a written description, like above, for your 3 examples, and either send them to Chris Lazel via hard copy or email. Post the meeting notice. That's the third thing, is post the meeting notice. And then fourth, in a perfect world, we'd love to have you provide a picture in your email to Chris as well. It says we know you're asking a lot. I don't know why that's a lot, but we'll be doing that. Most importantly, attend the meeting and share your story. On a related matter, if your town has not passed the transportation resolution, we've done that already, so that's no problem. So that's what they're after. They're after 3 examples, and I guess I can take some pictures on man, and I can take pictures of the bridge, and give me one more good one.
Lack of money.
Well, actually,
So I
you
take a
can go
picture of
and
my
take
empty
this-
wallet.
Here.
Take this small paragraph on the bottom here and just put all of the above. Shortage of money,
Well, they want 3
Well, they
specific
want 3,
examples,
yeah.
and the lack of money will be, part of the description.
Mhm.
Of each one, that we have so much money to spend and so on. That's the problem.
Maybe you could go over and take pictures of Birch. The other side of T.
Not being able to blacktop that at this point.
Oh yeah, it'd be good to get that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will do that.
The pictures for the bridge we have in the bridge file, correct?
Yes, they're very good pictures.
Birch and bridge. And that, those you have.
We have the engineer pictures of the bridge,
Okay,
in color.
I can scan them in and take care of that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other one? Mansell.
I see that sign by the corner is bent,
Yeah,
20-ton bridge ahead.
I don't know how it got bent.
Yeah, it's like.
Somebody had to have hit it.
I don't know how it got
It's
bent.
so high.
So we have to be sure, and we have to be sure and have some people ready to go to that meeting. I'm definitely scheduled, I'm gonna go to that meeting,
29th.
wherever it is.
Yeah,
It almost sounds like
they haven't not figured out the dates yet. I mean, the
the
places.
place, and I don't know if they're having it.
And there's gonna, well,
Well, it
what,
almost sounds like, when I was reading this, it almost sounded like they're gonna have it, like in every town is gonna have it. And then.
Well, that
kind
webinar.
of link. I don't quite understand that.
I don't know. To me.
I'll get on that
to me, on
website,
that-
and I'll email Chris and I'll find out what's going on there.
Yeah, because on that
Okay.
sample agenda, I think it just gives you 3 different places. But we're talking about, it's not just our county, it's the state.
This is state, it's
State,
all
state.
72 counties.
So how are you gonna
Meeting at the
have
same
3
time.
meetings only, or 3 meeting places? Because on the agenda that it shows you, it gives you, there's a spot at the bottom there that gives you 3 locations and 3 different dates. Except we don't, it's blank, but that's the way it's gonna be. So it's got to be, I certainly am not gonna drive to Milwaukee.
Well, no, we won't
so-
have to, but we might have to drive to Green,
Point or wherever.
Point or, yeah.
Someplace, so, but until we get that, of course, we can't. And the dates and what have
Yeah,
you.
okay.
So, they just don't.
Okay, and then,
So, Joe, we're very
well,
happy he's going to handle that. He's very happy to do it, too.
I volunteered.
He volunteered.
I volunteered before Carolyn could volunteer me.
There you go.
On a related topic of this, no, what was on the agenda? Approve this, what do we have to approve or disapprove? We don't have to do that. We just gotta,
Well, I suppose whether they wanna participate, huh?
Well, if we're gonna, you know, I guess that's not even, that is maybe not even appropriate, the way
Yeah.
we've turned.
I don't think.
Because we
aren't
need
gonna
to do
approve or
that,
disapprove,
we
I'm
need
just
to
gonna do
make
it.
that,
Okay.
yeah, we need to do that,
Okay.
so.
But on a related topic, last month I reported that with this Just Fix It program, which ties in with this, that I had been in contact with Bob Culp, and he gave me a flash drive that had, because I couldn't get to listen to that, I was gonna try to stream that radio program.
Wisconsin Public Radio.
Yeah.
Route 51, and I couldn't get it in my office, so I had to go and sit and listen in the car. And I only could do that for about 10 minutes, so I told him that, and then he brought me a flash drive, I listened to it all, gave it to Dave.
Okay.
So a couple of us have listened to that program, and he's ready for us to talk some more about it. In addition to that, I also got a response to that email that went out when I sent for Just Fix It from Governor Walker. And the governor said, "Thank you for your email message. I welcome you expressing your views and concerns to me. I commend you for participating in your state government. I take into account the views of all of your citizens of Wisconsin. And I'll keep your specific comments in mind during my service as your governor. If you would like more information about my positions on this issue, or would like to read my public statements on issues, I encourage you to explore my website. I will respond individually to every letter and telephone call I receive." Wait a minute. I'm reading the wrong one first. Yeah. First, he said, thank you for sharing your thoughts regarding Transportation Wisconsin. I appreciate hearing from you." And then he gave me a summary of the budgets. 2015-17 budget funds $1.7 billion in state highway rehabilitation projects. The budget also supports local roads and streets by providing $839.5 million in funding for general transportation aids, which reimburse local governments to offset the cost of construction, maintenance, and operation of local roads and street system. This is a 4% increase in funding for the program. In addition to these investments in maintenance, our administration supports the development of new projects. The 2015-17 state budget provides $685.9 million in funding for major highway projects. And then he says, developing and maintaining high-quality transportation system in Wisconsin are priorities for our administration. We will keep your views on this topic in mind. Again, thank you. So then I responded to him. I said, thank you for your response. But the budget number you mentioned, $839.5 million, isn't much help when our town only receives a $26,000 grant to apply for a $100,000 project that will repair 750 feet of a 2-mile section of road that needs to be entirely repaired. The state needs to find more money to support our towns, and that is your job and the job of the legislature. Sincerely, Joe Berger.
Thank you.
And then he responded, with the one that said what I started to read, and he said that, basically he said, I'm not gonna respond to you anymore. unless you write to me or call me. And that is my next step, is going to be to write to him.
Okay, very
Let's see where that
good.
goes. Okay?
Great, thank you. Okay. The next one is approve, disapprove Coach Light and Sunset Drive. It's roads for the Williams subdivision that he has asked us to accept. So Dave, you wanna?
Okay, question quick. Those
Yep.
have already been named, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just accepting the roads
Mhm.
and everything's done like they're supposed to?
Everything went.
Is done like it's supposed to be done?
Yep.
Yes.
Blacktop, shouldered.
Yep.
It was inspected by Tom Harding.
That's
Okay.
great.
Well, and plus, he watched the reconstruction of all of it,
Okay,
All the phases.
yeah.
so it's all good to go?
Yeah,
Yep.
and we have affidavits
Okay.
from,
The contractors who did it,
Okay,
i.e. Merwood Structures, Earth Inc., and Radetsky.
yes.
okay.
And I'll move for approval of Coach Light and Sunset Drive to be added to, and their roads in the Williams subdivision to be added to McMillan's list of roads for
I'll
us to
second that.
maintain.
I'll second
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve Coach Light and Sunset Drive roads for the Williams subdivision to be accepted into the McMillan Road roads that we accept, and that it will be ours. Is there any question or discussion about it?
So that means this
Do you have
winter we
how many
have
feet
plowed.
or whatever that the roads consist of?
Yeah, it's all out on a certified survey map.
Half mile, mile.
And
It's-
it'll go on the
Well,
list.
it probably isn't even a half mile. I've been over to Coach Lake
Well, it goes to the south there, to Whitterbury,
South.
so it connects there.
that. Is that Coach Light?
Coach Light goes from County Trunk E over to Winterberry
Yes.
South Road.
There's a road on this map, and it just says Coach Light, but it goes in and down,
Yep.
connects. And then there's another one that goes off the curve and goes up zigzag.
That's
Sunset.
And that's Sunset.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sunset.
I don't think it's quite a half mile.
Yeah, I knew that Coach Lake, I never heard of the Sunset, because I was on.
That was the second,
That's
that
the
was
other-
the second time, yes.
The other
And that's just a
cul-de-sac,
dead-
that was.
That's just a dead end road with a cul-de-sac on the end?
Mm-hmm.
And that was built to the big specs of the 100-foot diameter, correct? I think that's
Yeah,
what it was.
whatever the new specs were, so
For the
that you can
cul-de-sac.
drive that ladder truck in there and turn it around.
Wasn't Coach Light the one that we were having problems with?
That was redone, yeah,
Okay.
he had to redo that.
Earthling did that, redid
And
that.
that was, Earth did it the second time, it was Marley the first time.
Because I had a call from Mr. Williams this spring, and he said, what are we gonna do about our road? And I said, it is not our road. That is your road. We haven't accepted anything.
Now it's gonna be our road.
Now it's gonna be ours, yeah.
We
Okay,
all-
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Carolyn,
aye,
Joe, Gary,
I
both of
I,
you.
aye,
surprised both of us.
Woke you up.
I see you were paying attention.
yeah. Okay, we need to set a date for our first budget workshop. Don't everybody speak up at
Well,
once.
I'm just looking at, next week I can't, except Friday night I could. Next week, the 23rd. 26th, we're already having a meeting.
Yes,
Right.
About the 28th or 29th, no, 29th, Joe is going
29th.
gallivanting around.
Joel,
Yeah, 29th of
they're looking
September,
for, they're looking for more people than
yes,
just
I'm
Joel.
going. Yeah. Well, however many go will be the
Right.
29th, so
27, 28.
27th or 28th, either one would be.
Fine with me, either one of those
Me
days.
too.
Yeah, that worked for me too.
Yeah.
That's a Tuesday and a Wednesday?
Tuesday and
Tuesday's
Wednesday.
fine.
Tuesday? Oh, yeah, he doesn't want to miss his happy hour.
Tuesday's Jack's day, but I can move that to Monday.
What time, 6 o'clock?
Yes.
Will that work for everybody?
Yep. September 27th at 6 PM.
Yeah.
Patty,
We
is
need a
that
motion
okay
for
with
that?
you?
I guess so.
No, we'll back up. Now, we gotta make sure it's okay
Yeah.
with you.
If it's okay.
Is it gonna work with you or no? Or is 6 o'clock too early?
No, 27th at 6 that day. I'll make it work.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
And that's just preliminary things.
Where's Steve?
that's our first one.
Yeah.
Is Steve here?
Or should I say, what
Says-
exactly
says
do you
room.
need from the clerk prior
Steve?
to this meeting?
We need to find out from him if it's gonna be all right.
Oh, yeah.
Are you
Budget
27?
workshop.
Yeah, good. 27.
Okay, okay.
6
all right.
o'clock.
He's paying attention to that. Remember that, don't talk about it. Don't talk about
Oh,
it.
you heard about him.
I mean, he's got good ears. Okay, the last thing on the agenda is to approve, every year we have to just approve the list of signers for the
Menards card.
Menards card, and we have Adam, Rodney and Adam, those, chief and assistant chief, Pat and Ron, and myself on there, so.
Move to approve those individuals, Carolyn and Pat, Carolyn Opitz, Pat Weigel, Ron Deerfuss, Rodney Bauer, and Adam Knapp,
I'll
on the
second.
charge cards at Menards.
I'll second that.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve Carolyn Opitz, Patrick Weigel, Ron Durfus, Rodney Bauer, and Adam Knapp as the signers for the charge card at Menards. Is there any discussion?
Charge account.
Charge
It's not a
account.
card.
Right, charge
I
card.
mean, we do, yes, I'm sorry, yeah. Okay,
Do we all wanna stay on there yet?
they're all, oh yeah, they're signed, I made them sign before I brought them
Oh.
forward, so, okay. Andy? We'll go.
Debbie,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye,
Gary,
Aye.
John.
Aye.
okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn this meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay?
Well, I
Meeting
think the
adjourned.
26th, the 27th, the 29th,
And 14.
and the 14th, yeah, I have that in here someplace.
Holy cow,
Yes.
that's a busy work week.
You might as well just move in, God.
Well, no, but then we're gonna only, what?
Yes.
Well, we have a couple.
What do you have on the 26th?
The
See, Daddy
26th
been
is
busy
the budget.
replacing his culvert.
No,
See it.
26th is the CIP.
Well,
Must have been stopping talking, I thought I should stop talking.
Plan commission.
He wanted me to
That's
get my
right.
coat out of his back.